Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Winners race in, new improv show for theatre group, Spooner's Tunnel to open for cyclists, and more. The God Zone race has produced a winner in the record time, with Team Yealand's Family Wines taking out the God Zone Chapter 5 held in the Nelson Tasman region this week after racing 530 kilometres through epic New Zealand countryside for 3 days, 13 hours and 44 minutes. Dan Moore, Sia Stevenson, Dan Bush and Chris Vaughan crossed the finish line in Kaiteritiri at 11:47 p.m. Crowds gathered on the beach to welcome the team, who said they ended on a high with their favourite day of the race. Team leader Chris said that Tuesday was his favourite day and the final trek was real gritty, big boulders and a nice sunrise. He said it was nice to finish on a high and he was a little bit scared of the night paddle, but it worked out really well with the fine weather. Vaughan was not just team leader, he had done his homework on the course and that showed through his orienteering in the race. He thought the team raced and worked really well together. The Yealand's winery team were rewarded at the finish line with a bottle of Moa beer and a hot pie, which Sia turned down, saying she had already eaten 6 that day.
Yealand's team left Kaiteritiri at midday on Saturday and took 3 hours and 31 minutes to complete the coastier and kayak to Rabbit Island. It was another 4 hours and 53 minutes for their mountain bike orienteering and ride to the start of the Red Hills. The team were up in the Red Hills for 17 hours and 33 minutes, spent 4 hours and 13 minutes on the mountain bike ride and orienteering through to Lake Rotorua. They went across the lake and did the following trek in 13 hours, 21 minutes, canoed down the Matataki River in 7 hours, 11 minutes, and did the next mountain bike trek in 2 hours, 20 minutes. The final trek across Mount Owen took them 17 hours and 53 minutes in the dark. They then hopped onto their bikes and completed the mountain bike to Tautoranui in 8 hours and 57 minutes. The paddle to Kaiteritiri Beach in the dark took 5 hours and 48 minutes. According to the tracker, the team only rested for 2 short bursts, stopping for 2 hours and 44 minutes just before the checkpoint 17 and 4 hours and 15 minutes on Mount Owen.
Meanwhile, Richie McCaw and his Cure team, who are now in 20th position, managed to stop for a quick break in Murchison yesterday before heading off back towards Mount Owen, where they are currently making their way to Transition 8, which will see them going from hiking to biking from Tadmore through to Tautoranui in the Able Tasman before making their way by kayak back to where it all started, to Kaiteritiri.
The thing we just talked about, it's just been a really fun adventure. It's been some hard times, but these boys just laugh it off, and Chris just give me a bit of a tow and take a bit of gear, and it was really just fun.
Started off obviously with some little bit of navigation early on, and the mist definitely played a big role this race. There was, which suited us. There was a lot of bad weather and tricky navigation up on the tops. We sort of managed to, I guess it was harder for teams to follow, you didn't have to get far away before you lost sight of them, so that was good.
We went for the race just to do our own thing. We weren't worried about the other teams. We just went out there and just wanted to complete the mission.
Oh, the team was great. We came together really well and had some laughs, had some fun, and just sort of worked our way through the course.
I think it feel a bit surreal, I think a bit overwhelming, because I wasn't actually even meant to do water. I was just called in after Red Bull, and so I had to get my head around it. So I've just had a summer of doing fun, not actually training. So I was really nervous whether I was actually going to be fit enough.
Today was like my favourite day. It was real cool, the final trek. Just like real pretty big boulders and nice sunrise, good weather. I guess we'd had the not so good weather, we got frozen on the rafts, and then so it was nice to finish on a good highlight, I suppose.
So I was really nervous before the start, but the boys just said, we'll just help you, and just see it as fun. It has to be fun, and it really it was so many giggles out there. It was almost unreal.
I was a bit scared of the night paddle, but it worked out pretty well. I guess it was fine weather, which makes things easy. Like the mist at nights are not much fun, but you can see the headlands and stars and things. It's all fairly pleasant.
Yeah, I learned a lot in the last few days from Chris, and yeah, you can see why he's the number one in the world, and he keeps things really simple and does things well, and definitely it pays off for him.
So probably from last night, from Mount Owen. Yeah, from Mount today, because it was a big day today, so I just wanted to keep the finish line. That's probably the best. And coming over Mount Owen this morning, the sun was coming up, and we could see in that, and the last sort of 5 or 6 hours, we could see in the light there. And then the big fight right over the hill, and then the paddle tonight in the dark was pretty cool. There's no torches and going off the stars in the hills here.
The country was amazing. The course went through. It was most of the country I've been in before, but there was a few special little pockets that were pretty stunning. But I think the thing that stands out for me the most was, especially today, but just the amount of local support we had. Just biking down the roads and a lot of the locals coming out and supporting us.
Definitely a bit of a, I guess, novelty being on a different team. It's obviously our goal, and yeah, I think we raced really well as a team, and I was definitely felt we all worked together really well.
I didn't feel safe until I got around the corner here into Kaitiera, and I could see it just catching head of Ross was saying, and I thought, we got this baby.
Well on, guys. Just get one of these with you. Congratulations, you guys have been absolutely awesome.
Richie, how does this compare to the rugby field?
Bit different. Actually, it was really enjoyable that canoeing down the river. I quite enjoyed that.
Was it probably the most relaxing league?
Yeah. The legs at rest was quite good.
Nice.
So, the place is a bit tougher. About 5 a.m. this morning, walking down a hill when I was wobbling. It was a bit tougher than rugby, but that's good.
Is there anything you'd say to your former teammates right now?
They've got it easy.
No, thank you.
It's all a bit different.
Thank you.
At the time of going to air, local team Motueka were in 8th place and passed God's Zone winning team Seagate. This year is an all-girls team and includes local Nelson athlete Sophie Hart, Lara Prince, Emily Fawn and Fleur Palsey, who are currently sitting in 14th position. Chrissy Small spoke to TDC councillor Eugene Edgar about this adventure event held in the Tasman region.
Now, last weekend, everything kicked off. We had the God Zone race and the Muddy Buddies, and of course this is the first year you haven't been involved in Muddy Buddies. So you had a very clean weekend, but the God Zone, what a great event this has been for the region.
Oh, look, it's simply fantastic to have both athletes of that skill level, but also the ability for so many people to get involved, and it cuts across so many areas of our region and showcases it to everybody. I mean, both on a sport and recreation, but also a tourism perspective, it is absolutely significant for our region indeed.
It is, and you look at the God Zone website and how well it's functioning, the trackers that they have there, all the photos, the filming that's going on. I mean, you could almost feel like you were there.
Oh, it's amazing being able to see where all the different teams are and how spread they are throughout our region, and people lining the streets. A friend posted on Facebook with a group of kids from Murchison Area School all cheering on the teams going past in the Matakitaki. Yeah. People driving miles just to be able to see the athletes go past and knowing, because I've tracked them, that they can do that. It's fantastic.
It is, it's great, and there's been a lot of public involvement in this race, I believe, more so than other times.
It's a real coming together because it is such a significant event for our region to be able to host, because it's not within this nice small confined stadium or sports field, which in themselves are quite significant matches to coordinate. But I mean, this is waterways, beaches, Rocky Mountains, etc. It is a massive, massive task, and look, all credit to the organisers of Godzone and all appreciation for them for bringing it here.
Right, and of course the unsung heroes are all the volunteers that are in there to support the teams. Phenomenal. There's hundreds and hundreds of people involved in this.
There is. And to have that level of commitment, but also the skill of people like Nathan Fave in our region. And of course his wife Jodie was busy organising Muddy Buddy on the same day. Such community people. We're just absolutely so blessed as a region to have people who are willing to roll their sleeves up, offer their skills, and from manning a stop sign at a traffic management area through to the full organising. We've got some amazing volunteers that really help keep our region and the nation ticking along. We are nothing as a country without our volunteer input.
With the region's national parks becoming busier as a popular tourist destination, the ability to service those needs created by the industry has put a strain on some of our resources. The Nelson Marlborough Rescue Helicopter is one resource that has become an essential rescue service, especially in recent years as tourism becomes one of our country's biggest earners. Chrissy Small spoke to former tourist operator and Tasman MP Damien O'Connor about the rescue service and how it has no direct government funding and whether that should change.
Damien, tourism. This, of course, Nelson Tasman region is a mecca for tourists, and we have the busy Nelson Tasman Helicopter Rescue Service, and it doesn't get any or much funding from the government. Do you think that should change, especially as tourism's overtaken dairying for income to New Zealand?
Well, I as Minister of Tourism, I proposed a visitor levy. That is that everyone coming into the country should pay a figure like about $25 that would go into an environmental or tourism levy that would be used for things like core infrastructure and support for the industry and for councils who are looking after tourists. At the moment, the industry doesn't directly fund anything, and I think that it's time they should. The national government's brought in a levy on all tourists just to pay for their biosecurity costs. None of that goes to pay for the infrastructure that councils and others have been asked to fund for tourists. Now, we need to look after the people we bring to this country. We need to give them good infrastructure, and at the moment it often falls on the hands of DOC or councils to fund that, be it toilets, rubbish collection or emergency support, as you say. I believe there should be a levy on people at the airport in their tickets. They don't know about it. We hand them a passport and say, look, you've contributed to New Zealand, to our infrastructure. Here's a passport for all our national parks, and thank you very, very much, and spend the money. And it would amount to quite a lot each year. Spend the money wisely on toilets and all the other things that we know we need.
After only 7 months of operation, Nelson-based Origin Air has cancelled all flights after the operator of Origin aircraft, Air Freight New Zealand, received a grounding notice from the Civil Aviation Authority after safety concerns were raised. Origin Air were quick to put in place an arrangement with Airwork New Zealand to continue flights in unmarked aircraft. However, that arrangement came to an end at the end of last month, leaving Origin with no ability to keep flying. Without an operating certificate of their own, Origin is unable to hire pilots and crew to operate their 2 Jetstream aircraft that are now sitting motionless on the tarmac at Nelson Airport. Managing Director Robert Ingalls said that he was unable to comment on whether they would be flying again, as the investigation by the CAA was not geared towards Origin Air but at Air Freight New Zealand. But they were expecting a clearance from the CAA any day. Ingalls commented that should the clearance not be given, Origin Air did have other options in regards to operators that they could form agreements with. The Nelson Tasman Cycle Trails Trust and Tasman District Council have announced that they will be having an official opening of the Spooners Tunnel on Sunday morning of Sunday the 17th of April at 11 a.m. at the southwest entrance of the tunnel to mark this auspicious occasion. The tunnel build was completed back in 1893 with the first train going through the 1,352 metre tunnel 3 years later. It was part of the railway until it was closed in 1955 by the then national government. The Spooner Tunnel is on Crown land and has been leased by the Tapawera Historical Society, who have used it as a fundraiser with a yearly open day. The public are now encouraged to come along for this official opening of this part of the Great Taste Trail project, but vehicle drivers are asked to park at the Belgrove pub and they can use the shuttle provided, which will be running from 10 a.m. to take attendees and their bikes to the Spooners Tunnel. Alternatively, drivers can park at the Norris picnic area. The event will consist of an 11 a.m. blessing followed by a ride walk through the tunnel. If you're going, you will need to bring a torch. Improvisational theatre has arrived to the Theatre Royale once again in a show this Friday evening, and Chrissy Small found out more about what this show will entail.
Jadine, it's always delightful to catch up with you, but you've got some new skills, I believe.
Well, I guess, opening Pandora's box and bringing out my thespian skills. They, dust them off. I was really keen on drama and theatre when I was at intermediate, year 7 and 8 for, younger people. And I guess it just I realised how important it is to try and get that work-life balance and have a hobby and something that's for me. Yeah. So as selfish as that is, so I started going to body and space improvisation classes a year or so ago, and then I was invited to join the company, and I joined the deep end, and of course body and space is now gone in a different direction, and there is the new Off the Cuff monthly improv shows at the Theatre Royal. And so yes, I'm on stage this Friday, and who knows what I'll be doing. You find yourself in a situation where it's dark and you decide in your mind, I'm tunnelling under a building to rob a bank. The person beside you presses the hyperdrive button, takes you into outer space, and you have to change and join them in space. And who knows, you could be an alien or a meteor about to destroy their ship. So anything and everything happens, and as the title suggests, it is literally all off the cuff.
So how do you manage to keep a straight face when you're doing this kind of improvisational drama?
You don't always. A lot of it is because your brain is just ticking into absolute overdrive, because you really have to listen. So while it's spontaneous, what happens is what happens, you are forever having to listen. What are the characters people have made up? What are the relationships, etc., etc., because you are trying to create a story for the public, something they can relate to or follow or just laugh at. And of course, the times we stuff up are the times that often the audience consider are the funniest.
So Jadine, you're kicking this off on Friday, the 8th, of course, at the Theatre Royal. What time is it going to happen, and what time should people get there?
So it starts at 7:30. People should turn up sort of 7:10 if you haven't bought your tickets already. You can get tickets sooner through the Theatre Royal website. Muffin Breaker got this great little deal because our theme for this show is Give Me a Break, which of course could be heartbreak, achy breaky heart, prison breaks, summer breaks, spring breaks, whatever, broken legs, have a break. So Muffin Breaker helping people have a break with free coffee vouchers for people who pre-book. But otherwise, just come on down to the Theatre Royal, 7:30, Friday the 8th is when we kick off.
And bring your own Kit Kats to have a break.
Absolutely.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Hi there, Julian Toon, Waimea Telecommunications. We install and maintain domestic and commercial satellite TV, UHF Freeview and Mainland TV installations in the Nelson, Tasman regions. We specialise in Panasonic telephone systems and provide communications, Wi-Fi, IT and wiring for internet, fibre, computers and DSL systems. At Waimea Telecommunications, we also provide specialist electronic systems for features such as a security camera you can watch on your TV, visitor alert systems and much more. Improve your security and communication and entertainment today. Call us on Waimea Telecommunications on 021 472297, ytel.co.nz.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer, all types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.
Come and celebrate the harvest at the enchanting Motueka Rudolf Steiner School Autumn Fair, where dragons can come alive. This Sunday, the 10th of April from 10 a.m. at 480 High Street, Motueka.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Hi, I'm Paul Mainland and you're watching Ego TV, or something along those lines.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar. 120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Christchurch's top 10 holiday park, situated on 5 hectares of beautiful park-like settings. Only 5 kilometres from Christchurch town centre. 10 minutes from Christchurch International Airport and minutes away from Northlands Mall and all its facilities, including a 24-hour supermarket. And just across the road is a great variety of restaurants to choose from. Christchurch Top 10 Holiday Park has been a family-owned business for over 40 years and a proud member of the Top 10 Holiday Park Group, New Zealand's premier holiday parks chain. Our Top 10 Holiday Park is world renowned as a family park and provides a wide range of facilities such as a heated swimming pool, bike hire, free barbecues, a jumping pillow, trampolines, a family games and TV room, and wireless internet. Accommodation options cater for a wide variety to suit all needs, from tent and camper van sites to family, luxury and corporate motels. And to make life easy for wary travellers, we even have a drive-through camper van check-in. At our Top 10 Holiday Park, we even provide housing solutions for earthquake-damaged houses and help with insurance approval. Come visit the Christchurch Top 10 Holiday Park, one of New Zealand's premier holiday parks, and experience all that Canterbury and Christchurch have to offer, right on our doorstep. Christchurch's amazing Top 10 Holiday Park. Top experience, always.
Meadow Park, located on Cranford Street near the main North Road, Christchurch.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Today's the day when all the wrongs get put right. Back in their place, when everything was so tight. I'll shout it from the highest heights. I'll paint it in the sky, then the sun is gonna shine. So I say, have a nice day now. All over the world tonight, your colors are now bright. So have a good day. You lost your way, your life was in black and white. At the rainbow's end, you found the strength there to fight. I'll shout it from the highest heights. I'll paint it in the sky, then the sun is gonna shine. So I say, have a nice day now. Yeah. All over the world tonight, your colors are now bright. So have a good day. So I say, have a nice day now. Yeah. All over the world tonight, your colors are now bright. So have a good day. You can fly. You can fly. Fly. So I say, have a nice day now. Yeah. All over the world tonight, your colors are now bright. So have a good day. So I say, have a nice day now. Yeah. All over the world tonight, your colors are now bright. So have a good day.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach, walk or swim. Phone 5464 084.